One thing that really inspired our approach to designing this exhibit was seeing previous exhibits before. One exhibit was very minimal and it really focused on portraits and sort of like handwritten letters. And then the other exhibit was very colorful and it incorporated various types of picture frames. We wanted to kind of strike somewhere in the middle where it was minimal in the sense that there was a lot of white space left on the wall, but also there were so many interactive artifacts and objects that it would grab people's attention.
I find that whenever I am planning the physicality of the space for an exhibit, the hardest part is always taking into consideration the wall size and distance, as well as outlet placement, which I think is kind of oft overlooked. So we only have one outlet, I believe, in the Breezeway Gallery. So that involves the fact that items that require power are going to have to be there. And then where can we put other things to work around that? And in order to not just work around it, but also fit well and to be enhanced by the space. Major benefit of the breezeway is that it is fairly wide, so it is able to be navigated by people who are using mobility aids, so it gives everybody a little bit more space to maneuver. It also makes it very fire safe. In addition, the width of the space makes it really easy for people to kind of pop from like station to station. There isn't a linear format to our exhibit, so being able to let people kind of choose their own adventure by way of navigating this pretty fluid space, I think really enhanced the experience.
Another rewarding thing about this is the phone booth aspect. I really liked crafting. I don't know, I haven't done that in a long time, so it was nice to like put cardboard together, measure things out, get a little crafty. It was very fun, just to create the cardboard model for what the phone booth will look like. Also, recording the actual interviews are very beautiful because I get to hear very vulnerable and intimate stories about love from people, especially students who I feel like I don't interact with as much. They've been so generous with what they've shared with me and their time. I think it's an honor to be able to like document these things because we don't talk about things like this on the regular. So yeah, I feel like the phone booth so far has been a very rewarding aspect of this. Yeah. The payphone came into existence because we were trying to think of a creative way to get rid of the water fountain. It was kind of an eyesore, it's kind of old, it doesn't work anymore. It was kind of just being covered up by a banner. So we had the idea to possibly put a payphone in the exhibit first, but then we thought maybe we could put the payphone on top of the water fountain. And so I came up with a cardboard model for it. First I measured the actual water fountain itself, got all the dimensions and stuff, and then I created a cardboard model from some old boxes that would make it so the model could be able to slide on and off. And so we have two components. So we have a base for the actual payphone, and then we have the actual payphone itself that holds the phone. So it's supposed to imitate old payphones back in the day where you could kind of like go in there, lean on it, talk to people and stuff, just imitating that sort of old-timey nostalgic feeling. So we had to measure the phone, where the phone would sit. We had to see, okay, is this gonna be pushed back? Is this gonna be pushed forward? And we decided it would be pushed forward because if we're thinking about like wheelchair users, we want them to be able to also reach the phone. So we took a chair that we think is just approximate to a standard wheelchair. We made sure we were all the way up to it with our knees. I'm about 5'6", so I feel like that's sort of an averageness. But we made sure we were up to the phone booth, our knees are on the phone booth, and then we had to reach for the phone to make sure we could reach it and that it extended far enough to the user to be able to put their ear on and listen to what's playing in the payphone.